Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Lunar New Year. It's been quite a while. And today we're going to be making mochi, which is actually pretty easy to make once you have the right method. But before we continue, make sure you like the video and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. So in the past I've made mochi and it can be really sticky. I've used the microwave method before and it just kind of sticks to everything. I end up using a lot of cornstarch and rice flour to make it not stick. But this method is so much easier. I find it so much easier to work with and makes the process much more enjoyable. So we're going to start with some simple ingredients: glutinous rice flour, cornstarch, sugar, water, and oil. We're going to stir this up, then we're going to get a dish to steam this in. Lightly oil the dish, then pour the mixture in. Then we're going to be steaming this for about 10 minutes. And since this dough is basically non-stick because of the moisture content of it, we don't want any more moisture getting into the dough, so just put a plate on top. You can use milk instead of the water if you want to make a whiter dough, but you'll have to increase the milk to 140 grams instead. So while that steams, there's actually two things to do. So let's start with the filling. The filling includes some peanut butter, black sesame powder, and sugar and water. This filling tastes kind of like a filling of a Reese's peanut butter cup. So if you like a Reese's peanut butter cup, I'm pretty sure you will like this as well. It kind of has that texture, it reminds me of that. So we mix this with a fork. I just find it easier to combine than using a spoon, and it's just easier to clean than a whisk. Then we're going to make 12 equal-sized balls of filling, about 2 teaspoons each. After that, we can toast some rice flour. Toasting the rice flour gets rid of the raw flavor. We're going to be using this to powder the mochi when it's finished. After the dough has steamed for 10 minutes, we're going to turn that out onto the work surface. I'm using a silicone mat, so I didn't really need to oil the silicone mat. But I think if you're using any other surface, you're going to need to well oil that surface. I'm also going to oil my hands so that the mochi doesn't stick to my hands. Then we're going to start kneading the dough. Kneading it is going to make the dough more chewy. So the longer you go on this, the chewier it's going to get. I kneaded mine for about 4 minutes. So after kneading, we're going to divide the dough in half. Each half makes 6. I did it this way because I wanted to add some matcha powder to half the dough. Divide it into 6 pieces and then flatten each piece with your hand. Then we can wrap the filling inside. What's nice about this method is that the dough doesn't stick to your hands at all, but once you get it around the filling, it sticks to itself really nicely and closes it up. Also, it's really stretchy, so you can easily stretch it around the filling. So here's the matcha part of the mochi. You have to take the matcha and mix it into the dough after it has been steamed. It's kind of annoying to get it all mixed together perfectly, but you have to do it this way because if you take the matcha and steam it with the dough to begin with, it'll create a less green color, sort of a dull brown color. So after we get the matcha all kneaded in, then we follow the same steps, making the same dough balls, making the little wrappers, and wrapping the filling inside. And there you have it, a really easy way to make mochi that's pretty much stick-free on the hands. So I hope you found this recipe useful to you and as easy as I found it to be. Let me know in the comments below what you like to put in your mochi, and we'll see you in the next one when it's time to eat again.